Now, while you explore the data and you convert the data into the report, SAS reports, you may be interested in converting some formats of the data. For example, in this case, you have the hire date. It's a date format that is stored in a SAS table in the form of a number. So this particular number is the number of days from January 1, 1960. But actually, visually, when you are representing it in a report, you cannot copy it this way. You have to convert it into a date format. So conversion from the SAS format to a particular date format. So we are interested to convert this information. Same time, you have some number, that is salary, that is saved as a number. You would like to convert it in the form of a dollar symbol with a comma, separate with a comma. This should be applicable to the report. Now you can use format as one statement within the proc step. Let us look at the details of that. Now this is the way we are using, for this is just an example for proc print step. Under the proc print step, you will be using data is equal to input table. You will be writing it, taking the one particular file. From that SAS table, you will be formatting certain columns. So the format is the syntax, column names you will be writing, then you will be writing the format. Now this format, how you write it, there is an optional character format, whether it is a dollar symbol, right? So dollar, you can write it symbolic representation, whether it is a character or numeric. So you can convert that information with the format name. This is specific how you are going to write the format name. Let us look into that in detail next. Then W, you will be writing, it's a number. W is a number, total width including decimals and special characters. So it's a total width it will be referring. Dot is called as delimiter. This is compulsory, this is mandatory to write a dot here, followed by a number of decimal places. This is optional. So anything that you have here with the uh, triangle inverts, that is optional values. So let us look at the detailed information. I have taken an example here, that is proc print data is equal to pg1 dot class birth date, formatting height and weight 3 dot, and birth date date 9 dot. So what does it mean? We are formatting height and weight to variables, height and weight to numeric variables with the 3 dot format. That means we are converting it into a 3 places before the decimal. After the decimal there is no value, and this is applicable to both the height and weight variable. You can write it as height 3 dot, weight 3 dot. Alternatively, you can write height, weight 3 dot. Both are one and the same. Then the birth date is in a date format. So you have, since this is applicable to this next variable, you have to write the next format. So all the format that you want, you have to write it in a single statement. This entirely it can go to the next lines. Now look at the result what we are getting here. We are using height and weight. So you can see that there are some values without any decimal, there are some values with the decimal. How does it appear in the report? There is no decimal at all, and you can see that it is 3. So 3 values are before the decimal value. After the decimal there is no value. Birth date is in a date 9 dot format. So birth date here, it is in the form of a SAS date. So it's a numeric value. It is converted into a date 9 dot format. So what is date 9 dot format? So you can count the number of characters. It is 9 characters over here. So this is the print report, how it appears. Here are some examples how you can use the numeric data as well as date formats. For numeric date, w.d is the standard format. Now if you use the format 5 dot, this is the actual value. It is the same value we are using. This is the standard format representation, and this is an example format giving some value, and this is how the output looks like. The last column is the output. So if you give 5 dot for this value, so you have 5 characters or 5 values before the decimal 1 2 3 4 4 1 2 3 4 6. After the decimal 0. So the 6 7 is not considered. If you put 8.1, So what happens here, any 8 values before dot will be considered and 1 value after the decimal is considered, so it is rounded up. Another example, comma 8.1, it is continuation of 8.1, but there will be comma for every 3 values. Then you have the dollar 10.2, it introduces a dollar symbol, then n symbol, dollar 10 dot, right? So 10 dot means the decimal value is not considered. You can combine the different ways of doing it. Now let us look at commonly used date formats. So this is the same value for the SAS date. This is the format we apply. If you use that date 7 dot, so the year is truncated. Please note that when you use any format, the SAS tries to give you the correct information as much as possible without changing much into your real value. It will be almost equivalent. Don't think that some value will be truncated giving you wrong information. For example, if you give date 7 dot, there is a misconception now that if you give date 9 dot format, it will be 15 Jan 2018. Now if I change it to 7, you may think that last 2 digits will be removed, that is 15 Jan 20. If you think that, no, the SAS will take care of the correctness of the information. That is, it knows that it is 2018, so it doesn't give 20, instead of that it gives 18. So it truncates carefully. It tries to fit to your requirement without changing the information. If it doesn't work, it gives you an error. So mmddyy10 dot means there are 10 values I need. After decimal there is no value, not required here because it is a SAS date format. We don't get a decimal value for the date. So it is a mmddyy, that is month, date, year, right? So since I given 10, it takes slash, right? Then ddmmyy8 dot, that is 150118 slashes are there, so it requires 8 character, right? So extra 2 are there, 2 dates, 2 months, 2 year, that is 6 characters. Slash is included so that it fits 8 character. So this information, let us look into the SAS Studio now. Okay, here we are in a SAS Studio. Let us look at the formatting of data values and execute the program. So here are some examples. You can go through these examples and try to convert in this particular format. So here there are three programs with the 3 different styles here. I guess it's the same. Yeah, it's the same program. So and this to execute this you require a pg1 library. So if you do not have pg1 library in under the libraries, so what you have to do is you have to execute the lib name with the pg1 which has been already saved by you. The file is saved in the name of lib name. You can execute that program and then execute this one, otherwise you will get the libref missing error. So I'll select only one program, run it. These are three different same program written in 3 different ways. Let us observe the problems. So I executed the, yeah, there are no errors, right? Yeah. So class underscore birth date the file, 19 observations are there. Now what we are supposed to have, 3 dot, height and weight are 3 dot, right? Height and weight are 3 dot, fine. There is no decimal value. Then date is 9 dot format, date is 9 dot format, it is proper, fine. This is the observation, the base one. Now let me change the format. First let me run it, then let us compare the, it is just an observation comparison. It may not have the real meaning here, but how it works, let us see it. Height and weight are given $5.1, right? Height and weight are given $5.1. Height and weight, dollar symbol is included, 5.1. So before the decimal 5 characters. So remember, dollar is also a character, right? Dollar is also a character. So 1 2 3, so 3 characters are before the dollar written, so you have space for 2 more characters here. Then after the decimal it is 1 character. Then birth date is mmddyy 9 dot format. So mmddyy is 6 character, mmddyy 6 character. So we have given total 9 dot. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 plus 2 8. So 8 values are filled. The ninth one, it is not possible for the SAS to do it, so it will retain only the 8 characters. It doesn't go for the ninth one, even though you have given 9 dot format. Alright, let's work with this particular code. Okay, now here with height and weight we are given comma 3 format. height and weight height and weight we are given comma 3 format. So since it is less than 3, you don't get the commas here, otherwise you would get commas. Then birth date month yy, that is month, 3 letter month, 2 letter yy, so total 5 are there. I given 7 spaces, so it is OCT 2004. So it is trying to fit in. Since it is fitting in 7 character, it will be providing. If at all you had given 6 character, it would have been OCT04 or OCT/04 it would have given, right? So let me try this out to just to verify how it gives. So it is a 6 spaces it is supposed to give, 6 characters in fact, right? 6, yeah, OCT04. So 1 2 3 4 5. So it is unable to write consider 6 here. It will give you only 5 characters, right? So it considers the correct way of getting to the report. Yeah. So we see different methods of formatting the columns. That's it for this class. Thank you.